If you had to disconnect the battery, you can still get a little bit of power out of the outboard with some direct sunlight on the solar panel. That's purely off sunlight now. So I've decided to put all the 12 volts together, all the 48 volts together, because if I put them all together, bending this around to get it in is going to be so much stiffer. I think they've worked out fine here. It's just all very compact. I think I'll get onto the solar, and the sun will be shining on the back of the shed soon, and I'll be able to see if my solar system's working, or I'll have to do a bit of study on how to set up solar charger. Adjustments can be done in the Bluetooth app. So I haven't switched on the solar system yet. I'm going to see if I can power this up and then get into the Bluetooth side of it and put some settings in before I start running power through the system from the solar panel. When I first published a drawing of the electrical system, someone pointed out that I should have a switch from the panel to this. And I put one in. In fact, I didn't put just a switch in, I put a breaker in. That's why this one here is not on the buzz bar, because the power comes from the solar panel. It goes through the switch and then it goes to this. Allows the power to come to the battery through the buzz bar of the system here. So both those switches are off. Let's see what happens when I turn it on. Power on. Switching this one on should connect this with the battery, and I imagine this can get powered up from the battery, not just from the solar direction. So let's see. There you go. Flashing blue light. Okay, time to get out the manual. I suppose it's blue continuous. Blue LED means bulk charge. At the moment it's just flashing, so probably just letting me know that we're not connected up to solar. Because I do all my filming with my phone and I want to use Bluetooth in the phone, I won't be able to film the next bit. So let's see if I can hook up the Bluetooth with it. I've already hooked up the Bluetooth with this. Actually, I really quite enjoyed doing the little setups you do for this. It'll eventually work out the percentage by itself, but that's what I got off the Bluetooth from the battery. I wouldn't necessarily trust that. Let's have a look at the Bluetooth setting. I remember reading somewhere that you're supposed to cover the solar panel before you connect it up. We're not in the sunshine yet, we're still in shadow, so it probably doesn't make a huge difference. I could probably connect it up out here and then just switch it on inside, I'm sure. But apparently, if you're in full sunlight, I suppose especially, you should cover up the solar panel before connecting it up. I imagine that's to stop any big arcing going on. So I'll connect it up on the outside now. So I've already triple checked that this lead comes from the positive terminal on the panel, goes to the positive red wire that goes to the charger. So here we go, first time connection. Nothing's going to happen because it's covered and it's switched off inside. So far I like these connections. A friend of mine doesn't like them because the crimping's not very robust on them. I turned it on inside and already the charger knows it's connected up. I can't look at the app while I'm filming. So I'll remove the sheet now and then I'll look at the app and see how much charge current we've got going in there. So I just had a look. It's charging at about 15 watts right now, which is what you'd expect. It's in full shadow. You can see there the blue light is on the bottom right there. It's bulk charging, which is pretty cool. First time. I just went and had my lunch and left it charging, and it doesn't mean much because until it's done a few cycles to work out what's 100% and what's discharged, it's actually showing 100% charge now. So it made a few percent up over lunch, and I'll check that against what the Bluetooth on the battery says. My phone battery is getting a bit too discharged, so theoretically, I haven't tried it yet, I can charge up on the boat now. So I'll switch on the DC-DC, and then I'll go to the 12 volt side, switch on the USB, and I'll plug in up here, plug it into the phone. Theoretically it should be charging, but I'm going to have to drop the camera mode to check it. And yes, you can see in the top right hand corner there, my phone is finally charging on the boat. Well, I've got all the wiring to the board laid in, and I'm doing the terminations on the ends now for the lights, but I did a couple just to see how it went. I've already tested it, but I'll show you here. Lights on, that's the internal light switch. Wiring has yet to be tidied up, and I've left the cover off because I'll probably have to take this off again. There we go. And on the other side, it's not a cool white light. Those are not allowed on the boat. This is going to be mounted here. This is the Galley light. It's a dimmable one. It's got about 3 settings. That's my mission today, except it is a bit of a mission. I don't like wiring all over the place. I've got little choice. This light will go up here and the wiring will have to run down, probably directly down through the galley bench. Well, I've just come down to the boat and turned things on, I thought, and turned the lights on because I've got a few 12 volt lights going in here now. They were flashing and I was thinking, oh no, what is going wrong? And then I realized the boat is actually running off solar right now. It actually, well, the 12 volt side is, and to a way lesser degree I suppose the 48 volt side is. And I have got the solar panel connected, you can see it down there, but it's absolutely shady, it's foggy, not much power coming in. But amazingly there's enough power in these conditions to run 5 lights. And I was starting to get a little bit concerned. Then I realized, oh my goodness, I haven't turned on the main switch. I'm getting back into the wiring today. 12 volt wiring. This goes up here and it's dimmable, so I think it'll go down really well. A lot of the time you just might use it for lighting up the boat as well. The tricky part is the wire that comes from here. I didn't really want to have to run a wire down here because eventually it gets to the galley sink, and I've had to drill a hole in it as close to the center case as possible. I put a bit of resin in there yesterday. What I think I'll do is run the wire up where that pencil line is and glue it on, and then I'll put just a little layer of glass over it to camouflage it a little bit. I've just had an idea. Now that I know the 12 volt DC system will go when it's disconnected from the battery, as long as there's sun on the solar panel, even in the shade, I'm sure wondering now whether the outboard will run. I can't see why not. I might give it a quick try. So I put a sheet over the solar panel. I don't want any arcing when I connect and disconnect things with the solar panel. Main battery is disconnected. Outboard is now on. Getting a bit excited. It's showing 56 volts. The video frame rate makes it look like it's spinning really slow. Obviously that's purely off sunlight now. It's a 400 watt solar panel. That is so cool, isn't it? Oh, that was funny. When I walked in front of the solar panel, it stopped. If you had to disconnect the battery, you can still get a little bit of power out of the outboard with some direct sunlight on the solar panel. I'm using Carbosil here because I want it to be pretty much the same color as the centerboard. Okay, I think that's good. Good morning. Let's see how this turned out. I like it. I just think that was the best solution for putting a wire up there. Today I'll be probably using double-sided tape. As long as I clean the surfaces carefully beforehand, I think that's going to provide a long enough solution. Well, that's the last interior light installed. It's a pretty cool one. It's got dimmable settings. I only have the nav lights to do on the outside now. I'm not probably going to do them straight away. The wiring is in for them. The switch panel is nearly done. Just a little bit of tidying up to do there. And some general cable tying all over the place for the wiring. I can start winding that up now. Solar panel is charging. The battery's nearly, well, I think it's 100%, even though it's raining outside. So I can probably disconnect that for a while and put it out of the way. I'm not sure what the video will be next week, but thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.